I'm Sofia Bernardi, mindset and business coach supporting ambitious new and rising coaches plus service-based businesses to master their mindset, create an aligned and profitable strategy, and grow a six-figure business using the Rising Coach method. I built a multi-six-figure business by the age of 24, and in this podcast, I will teach you the psychology, strategy, and energetics to do the same. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to another episode on Rising Coaches with Sofia Bernardi. It is bright and early on a Saturday morning here, and I'm so excited to be recording this episode. I'm about to go to the gym with my beautiful boyfriend after this, but I really wanted to record this episode because I'm going to be walking you through my exact 6-step process that I teach my clients in my entry-level course, Rise to Coach. And this is the 6 foundational steps that you must master if you want to make consistent 10K months in your coaching business. So if you are not yet at $10,000 per month in your coaching business, and that is a goal of yours, then I highly recommend that you listen to this episode because there are very likely some core foundational steps that you have either missed or not mastered or not taken seriously enough. And if you're wanting to learn the how-tos of these entire 6 steps and have my support along the way, I highly recommend, if you are not already, to join Rise to Coach. It is my lifetime access, self-paced course with a money-back guarantee. And I do not say any of those things lightly. I've made it as affordable and accessible as possible because I recognize that when you start out in business, not everyone is just sitting there rolling in cash. I'm helping you to create that reality. And so I've made it as accessible as possible with very generous payment plans and a pretty low investment to begin with, considering I've poured tens and tens of thousands of dollars into it and it's only $1,000. So highly recommend jumping on board for that. And whilst it is a self-paced course, to be honest, I'm very involved in it. You have a Facebook community where you can connect with myself and all the members in the program with daily if you like. I answer everyone's questions. Once a month I do a live Q&A, and every 3 months I also run a 5-hour workshop for everyone. So it's pretty generous and full on and packed with value. And when you join, you also get access to all of the future updates. So it's always a good time to join now. I never know whether the investment is going to increase or change. I have no doubt it will over time, but this is the most affordable and generous it's ever been. So make sure you jump on into Rise to Coach. You can find the link to join on my website, or if you have any questions, you can always message me on either Facebook or Instagram. So slide into my DMs and let's chat, because honestly, it's a really beautiful program and no one has ever asked for their money back. So I think that also says a lot about the program. But without further ado, I want to walk you through the 6 steps that I actually teach my clients in there, because when you master and you commit to following through on these 6 steps, that's when you're going to get really incredible results. All right. And I've done my best to put them in order as well. Like, this is the order I also teach it in. I feel like they all merge into one thing you need to be doing, if that makes sense. But this is what I would do if I was starting again. I would go in this order. So first things first is you want to master your mindset. Your mindset is, the root of all of your problems and all of your results in your life and in your business. And so when you master your mindset, you are in control. You have self-responsibility, and therefore you have the power to create the necessary changes. If you are not doing something you say you want to do, or you're struggling with something, or you really, really want something, your mind is going to be the fastest way to change, fix, or access whatever it is you desire. And so we want to focus on mastering our mindset first and foremost. And so what this looks like is mastering your thoughts. The stories that you tell yourself will 100% drive your life. They say that 80% of success is psychology, and I personally find that
as I grow in my business and as I get further along, it becomes more and more a mindset piece than anything else. Of course, strategy is extremely important. Of course, energetics is extremely important. And that is why I specialize and teach all three across all of my programs, because I fundamentally believe in that. However, it is so important to get your mindset right first. 95% of human behavior is actually subconscious. And so when we commit to changing our thoughts and making sure that our thoughts are aligned with our desires and we are not subconsciously self-sabotaging, that's when we're going to find a lot more ease and clarity and confidence when it comes to moving forward. So make sure that you have a mindset practice that you are committing to every single day. Now, dependent on how I am feeling and what's coming up for me, my practice does change a little bit, but at a bare minimum, what I am personally doing every single day, and just keep in mind, I'm all about simplicity. I've done a lot of healing work on myself, and I have a kinesiologist, and I do healing work every single week in my life. That's really important. So, but my basic, consistent and simple routine every single day is to do 3 minutes of gratitude. I do this every single morning, 3 minutes of gratitude, because when you are in a state of gratitude, you cannot be in a state of fear and doubt at the same time, right? So fear and gratitude do not go together. You can only do one at a time. So gratitude is a very, very powerful emotion when you anchor into that. And to be honest, we all have so much to be grateful for. The fact that you are listening to this right now or watching this already makes you luckier than most of the people in the entire world. Like, really let that sink in, just how lucky you truly are. And it's when I remind myself of this that all of my problems seem to disappear. I have been feeling extremely grateful for my life this week, just thinking about, the way my life looks today is actually what my dream was a few years ago. My reality is so different. The way I think is so different. The way I feel is so different. The way I perceive things is so different. The people around me is so different. I've got a very clear calendar. I actually shared a screenshot on my Instagram stories yesterday of my calendar to just show people that, like, how empty it is, because people always say, oh, you must be so busy, I don't want to take up too much of your time. The reality is I'm not busy at all. Yes, I have things to do. Yes, I'm always working on my business. Yes, I work a lot, but I'm not actually busy and consumed by a million things. Like, my calendar has been so empty all this week because I've designed my business model that way. And that's exactly how I teach my clients to create a business, that actually supports the freedom they want to create, supports the lifestyle that they want to live, and the people they want to spend time with, not take away from all of that, right? And yes, you have to work, especially in the first stages of your business. You have to work really hard, and there will absolutely be trade-offs. But on the other side of that, if you are consistent and you are following these 6 steps, you will create more and more freedom for yourself. But you have to be willing to make those trade-offs to begin with, right? Okay. So mastering your mindset is so important. I've also just been so grateful this week for my beautiful partner. I just feel like our relationship is the best it's ever been at the moment, and it really grounds me and makes me feel so happy. I'm really grateful for all of my friends. I have the strongest, most genuine friends around me, and I literally can't believe it. I've got a clear calendar, like I said. I'm getting healthier and stronger every single day, fitter and leaner, which makes me very, very happy. And I've got a beautiful home. I've got a roof over my head. It's modern, it's clean, it's simple, it's minimalistic. It's everything I've ever wanted. It's in one of the best areas in all of Adelaide. And I don't have to live with roommates I don't want to live with. I'm just living with my partner, and it's just a dream come true. And then, of course, the revenue side of things. I have a reoccurring revenue transparently at the moment of $30,000 per month. And when I run launches and then things like that, it can skyrocket to up to $80,000 depending on a few things. But to have that minimum reoccurring revenue of $30,000 every single month for a guaranteed 6 months, and it just continues to slowly increase, is the coolest thing. I could do nothing this month and know that I have a minimum of 30 grand coming in, which took me 8 months in the past. And so I have a lot to be grateful for. But do you know what? Even when I didn't have most of those things, I still found lots of things to be grateful for. The roof over my head, people, I'm surrounded by, the jobs that I had, the money that was coming in, even if it was, $3,000 as opposed to 30, they were the things I was really, really grateful for. And if you can't find something you're grateful for now, how are you going to find, things to be grateful for later on? And if you can't hold and appreciate what you have now, how can you hold and appreciate more, right? So I start my day with 3 minutes minimum of gratitude. In that process, I also then talk about my future in present tense, all of the things I'm bringing into my life, and I walk through my day also in present tense as if I've already done it, to kind of declare what it is I'm going to be doing. So that's kind of my little morning practice. I also have these certain trust affirmations that I'm reading out every single morning for my relationship, for my health, and for my wealth. And these affirmations are very specific to tailor towards breaking through certain limiting beliefs I have, or fears or doubts or something I'm really wanting to manifest and create in my world. So that's kind of a little bit of a rundown of my mindset practice. On top of that, I then go to the gym every single day, for the most part. Of course, certain times of the month and things come up where I listen to my body a lot more, and I might go for a walk instead, or maybe not even at all. But for the most part, on a good day, I will walk at least 10,000 steps, and I will go and do a 45-minute gym session, usually with my partner, and it's boxing, a HIIT workout, and it's so much fucking fun. I'm so excited, and that's why we're even going today on a Saturday, because why not? So
are you ready to create aligned, scalable results in your coaching or service-based business? If so, I'd love to work with you. I support my clients through my signature programs, Rise to Coach, which is for new coaches or service providers wanting to sign their first clients, and Rise to 6 to scale to consistent 10K months. DM me at Sofia Rose Bernardi on Instagram to learn more and see if one of my programs is the right fit for you.
So mastering your mindset is absolutely key. If you can't hear, like going to the gym, doing my gratitude, doing my affirmations, and any other mindset practices I might be doing in that moment, dependent on what I'm healing through with my kinesiologist, is what I do every single morning. It really sets me up for a lot of success, because I know that my thoughts create my feelings, and my feelings will dictate the action that I take, and the action I take will absolutely dictate the results that I get. And so why would I focus just on the actions if my thoughts are shit, right? Instead, I focus on getting my thoughts right so that I feel good, so I take a lot of action and therefore get a lot of results. So if you are doing this backwards, that is a very big problem, and probably why you are being inconsistent. So mastering your mindset looks like having clarity, having confidence, and being consistent. So make sure you have that in check before anything else. Now, let's move on to step number 2 when it comes to making 10K months consistently in your coaching business, and that is to choose your niche. Your niche is so, so important. Your niche is essentially the specific person or the group of people that you are helping in your business. So who do you help in your business? If you say everyone, you're going to struggle to get to 10K months. I'm telling you right now, because if you are targeting everyone, you're actually speaking and targeting no one. We want to be extremely clear on the specific ideal client that we are focused on. When you know specifically who you want to work with, and it will slowly evolve and get better over time, but you need to know for right now who that person is, so that you can create everything based on that person. Your branding, your marketing, your messaging, your offer, where you show up, everything should revolve around who your niche is, right? So my niche is female coaches who want to grow their business to consistent 10K months through running challenges and events. That is my niche. Do you hear how specific that is? Females, coaches, who are not at 10K months consistently in their business and want to get that through running challenges and events. And it's my job and my messaging to help show you that challenges and events is the best way to grow your business. Of course, I can help my clients to grow their business through any strategy, right? And I've done that and I do that. But in terms of my marketing, I like to be really, really niche, to call in people that want to create a community, want to impact a lot of people, and are willing to do the work. They are kind, they're committed, and they care, right? They really, really care. And they're a coach, of course, or service provider. And so being really specific, is really key, because it makes my life a lot easier. I don't need to sit here and be like, what should I talk about today? Instead, I always know what to talk about, because I'm just talking to my dream client and what they want to actually hear and know. It makes my life so much easier. All right. So being really clear on your niche, like all of their pain points, all of their desires, and speaking into that with clarity and authority is going to, make you a leader in this space. And that is so important if you want to stand out and make more money. And before you think it, no, niching down does not limit you from the amount of people you can help. It actually just targets someone, and therefore you are so much more likely to sign clients. Whereas when you're targeting everyone, not many people are going to go to you, because they're not resonating with everything you say. You want your audience to resonate with pretty much everything you say, because you're just talking to them, right? So if I started going on tangents on this podcast and sometimes talking about health or nature or juices or, fashion or something like that, it's not to say you're not interested in those things, but it just has nothing to do with what I actually help you with. And I reckon I would lose a lot of followers and listeners of the podcast, because not every episode is really resonating with them. So you want to be an expert. Also, when you're really, really, really struggling with something, do you go to a generalist or do you go to a specialist? Like if you were having heart issues, would you go to your general GP, like a general practitioner, or would you go to, a heart specialist? I would absolutely be not wasting any time, and I would go straight to a heart specialist. Same with if I've got teeth problems, I'm going to go to a dentist, not just a general person, right? If I'm struggling with anything, eyesight, whatever it is, I go to someone that specializes in it. And I'd rather pay more and actually get the help I need and save me time and actually money and pain in the long run, and just go to a specialist, right? And I know that you do as well. So make sure that you are walking your talk and being very, very niche. And this is something that people usually need a lot of help with when it comes to choosing their niche, where it's like, it's not just a niche, but it's actually a money-making niche. And I take my clients to a very specific process, and I audit their niche with them and make sure that it's really, really good. All right, so number 3 is actually to build your offer. You need something to sell as a coach. Some people sell once-off sessions every now and again, and that's fine. You can do that, but I find when you are selling a packaged offer, you are so much more likely to make a lot more money and actually get to those consistent 10K months. So by all means, you can sell once-off offers, but if we're talking getting to 10K months, you're going to burn yourself out. It's going to take a really long time to have enough clients for once-off sessions only to build up a revenue of $10,000 per month. And so the thing that you really want to do is package your offer. So you lock people in for, let's say it's a 6-week program, for that 6 sessions, where if you're charging that upfront or on a payment plan, you're actually getting, a much more guaranteed and bulk income, as if you were instead of, charging one session at a time. So that's really, really key. Then what you want to do, once you have an irresistible offer that basically sells itself because it's so clear in the transformation it provides, that's where we then want to leverage our community. So this is your current network and community. This is super key when it comes to getting your first sales in, is actually learning how to leverage what is currently in front of you. I bet you right now, you know someone who knows someone that would be your ideal client and would want to work with you. And when you know how to leverage your community, you're able to find them and connect with them and convert them into high quality, high paying clients. So we want to leverage our community, and we want to do this at every stage in business, because you're always bringing new people into your community and you want to nurture them so that you can then convert them. So we want to nurture our current community, and then step 5 is to actually create a strategy. And I teach the process of running challenges and events to bring in more people on top of your current community, nurture them all and convert them on that challenge and event. Now, this is really powerful, because instead of just posting, 24 times a day, or cold DMing people that don't want you in their inbox, or being on multiple platforms, trying to keep up and find people every single day. Instead, you can master one simple yet scalable approach and bring in more people. And I like to run challenges and events for this reason. And this is why I have such a clear calendar, because I'm running one event per month typically, where I bring my current community and my new community. There's certain strategies I do to bring new people in. I get them all to come to one event, and then I do a really great job at that event because I'm speaking directly to my niche and helping them solve their problem. And then I convert them at the end, which is step 6, right? Which is converting them through sales calls and or through running challenges and events. And when you master, sales and you fall in love with sales, that's how you're going to be able to grow your business consistently and a lot faster as well. If you avoid sales like so many people do, it's going to be really, really hard to grow, because that's just a part of business. If you refuse to fall in love with sales and master sales, then you're not going to have a business, you're going to have a hobby. And I know that you listen to my podcast and you consider joining my programs, or you join my programs because you want this to be a profitable, sustainable, and scalable business, not a hobby. Now, if this episode has resonated with you, I would love for you to join Rise to Coach, because I teach you the step-by-step processes for these 6 core pillars so that you can generate consistent 10K months in your coaching business. Come message me on Instagram with your biggest takeaway, or if you have any questions about Rise to Coach, but otherwise check out the link in my bio so you can learn more about it and see if it is the right fit for you. And other than that, I will speak to you in my next episode. Bye.
Are you ready to create aligned, scalable results in your coaching or service-based business? If so, I'd love to work with you. I support my clients through my signature programs, Rise to Coach, which is for new coaches or service providers wanting to sign their first clients, and Rise to 6 to scale to consistent 10K months. DM me at Sofia Bernardi on Instagram to learn more and see if one of my programs is the right fit for you.